some breaking news. We're not to our featured story yet, everybody. That was a little slip up. But the very first thing I want to dive right into is Manifest. So if you've been watching this NBC show, well, now Netflix show, well, now it's all done. Finally, this is a program. We talk about this all the time. A lot of times these shows do not get proper endings. They get canceled. And then you're left being like, well, what happens to this? What happens to that? Well, Manifest actually got its ending, and Netflix just aired the last 10 episodes. Of course, you can binge your way through all that. But, this started September 24th, 2018 on NBC. They did a couple seasons, and it was this big thing. And people were like, well, what happens? What happens to the lifeboat? What happens? And Sabrina and I have been watching this, so I just wanted to address it because we watched the ending. And the death date came, everybody, if you watch this. It came and went. And, for me, I'm like, at least 828, this whole passenger thing. I don't know if you watch this, Rachel, but at least they got their happy ending in a lot of ways. And, we're doing some spoilers fast, but if you watch this, they actually go, it's a whole testament pretty much, Rachel. It's like these people are angels. I'm gonna say they're angels pretty much. It's like God testing humanity. And if you succeed, you don't burn up and go to hell. And if you do, if you live, you get to go back in time and relive your life. But to me, it worked. I think it worked. The final worked. I thought they did a good job with it. I think that it made sense where it was going. And it was fun. I mean, I'm happy they got their ending.
Back in time and living your life again, do you also have to redo the events of this whole trial situation?
Well, they lost 5 years. Okay, I'll drink. We lost 5 years. They lost 5 years. So if you haven't seen it, so they're on the plane, and all of a sudden, when they get off the plane, it's 5 years later, and they're in the future, and they're like, "What's happening?" Yeah, and everyone's like, "You've been gone for 5 years. Your plane crashed. You were dead." And then everyone's like, "Well, how'd they come back to life?" And so you've been wondering how they came back to life. And now when it ends, they actually go back and they continue their lives forward. So.
The plane didn't crash. The plane disappeared. So it wasn't like you're dead. Well,
they found the plane.
Like
they found the plane, though.
But, but not before they found them.
Yeah, well, that's true.
They found them
They did
first.
find the plane.
But the people came first before the plane. Like the plane landed and they just got off the plane and expected it to be normal. But for them, it wasn't 5 years. Like they got on the plane. When they got off the plane, they were like, "What is happening? Why is no one here to pick up? Like, what's going on?" And like the most contrasting example was like there was a set of twins, Olive and Cal, and she was like a teenager and he was 8. Like it was weird. Because and they were twins. So and then obviously the father was on the one plane, the mom was on the other plane with Olive. And so she had a boyfriend, someone else had a new fiance. And, your whole life is, everyone just assumed that you were gone. And so your whole life changed. And then they had this
and here's our cast.
5.5 year period, to, I guess, set things right. It was kind of religious, I want to say, or faith-based.
Definitely religious.
Jesus-based, I guess, Testament, Bible based. I wish I should know more about the Bible. I went to Catholic school when I was younger, but
I feel like the guy who created this, saw one Bible verse and he took that whole Bible verse and just made this whole show off it. And it really was just testing humanity to see if you can actually do good. If you can do good and live a good life, it's like testing a random group of people to see if humanity actually deserves to live or they should be all wiped off the face of the earth. So the apocalypse almost happens, but they saved the world. Save the world.
The last episode was the best episode of this new extended season that they did. I think it was 20 episodes that you probably could have whittled down to 7. It was, easily. There were so many episodes where I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are we really?
So they made it
frustrating.
Like an old school full season where it could have been like a mini series.
100%.
They were talking about doing a movie before to finalize it. They were talking about doing a mini series, and
because they got canceled. They got canceled, and then everyone that was watching it on Netflix was petitioned basically, and it was number one for so long. And they were like, "We need to come back," and they let them come back for 20 episodes. They could have easily made it 7 episodes. The good news is most of those people will never work again. So congratulations to them that they got all of those paychecks.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Whoa, the shade.
They got 20 episodes worth of paychecks for acting, and that's going to be the highlight of their career. So
Sabrina's thinking that lifeboat. That's what she's doing. They call it the lifeboat the whole time too, Rachel. Our lifeboat. There
were so many, and let's co-captain, and there were so many things that didn't need to become a thing that became a thing, and it became more and more dramatic as it went on. Where it was a believable show, it moved into soap opera territory really quickly. Like where I was like, are we
still watch it,
serious?
though.
And the fake
Hooked us.
crying, because I had to know what happened after I watched it all that time. And it was good. When it got canceled, I was like, oh my God, I want to know what happened.
I know.
But then when it
So
came
upset.
back, I'm like, I don't really want to know what happened anymore. This is terrible. But the
Well,
last episode
it's just too many
was good.
episodes. It
Last
was just too many
episode was
episodes. They didn't need that much. It was just too
And
much, I
whoever
think.
they hired to be older Cal, my God, do we need to center a season around that guy? It was really abysmal. It was not great.
The
Not
kid, he was like a
great.
kid, then he aged up to a teenager, and
But the
yeah,
kid was a great actor, and the adult was like, it was offensive at times. I was like, I can't look at this guy's face for one more second. And do we have to have an extreme close up on his eye? I'm like, it was all bad choices all around.
I think I'm gonna pass, and I'm just gonna keep watching the new season of Black Mirror.